Our actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the Elusive Target Arcade, and today's episode, the Ellipses. So, we will be starting at level 1, which is set in Dartmoor, England, and as usual, we only have the one target. So, we have our one target here, Cody Haynes. All bodies must be hidden, and we have the optional objective of retrieving the painting that Cody is after, which we will achieve. So for this challenge, the only thing we really need to be bringing with us will be some coins. Everything else will be available to us on the map. So, right from the start and off the bat, we need to make our way on to the property. Our target is currently at the rear of the property in the greenhouse area, but he will eventually make his way into the main house and up to the second floor, and we will be there already lying in wait. So we are going to scoot over the small section of the wall, across the stream, and across into the garden area here. We're taking the exact same route we would take if we were doing the main mission, Silent Assassin suit only. So just be aware there is one patrolling enforcer just off to our left as we scoot across towards the building here, but he was not around for us. We may have to wait for him to not be looking. And in the corner of the building we find a drain pipe which we will ascend to the first floor, and we are then going to scoot along the ledge all the way around to our left, past a couple of windows. I believe there may be 3 windows in total. There is the third now. And just beyond this third window we will find yet another drain pipe just around this buttress here. You can see the drain pipe, and that one will take us up to Alexa's bedroom, and that's where we intend to be. So we're just going to climb up the drain pipe here. The room is occupied by 2 waiters or maids, serving staff, whatever you'd like to call them. And at this current moment, Alexa and her bodyguard are also in attendance. So we are going to have to wait around for her to leave. And I will not lie to you, this method takes about 30 minutes because we do have a considerable amount of waiting around. So our first wait is for Alexa, as are many of our others. So once Alexa leaves, her bodyguard, who is just on the right, will turn around. Thank you, sir. And everybody else is in a correct position for us to duck in through the window and straight into the bathroom and into the changing room area. And just before we go through this door here, we're going to select our coins, and we're just waiting for the maid you can see on instinct there on the left to make her way into the staff room in front of us. And when she stops at the wardrobe in front of her, we can then enter the room, render her unconscious. We're going to drag her into the changing rooms where we will find a waiting closet. So she was just engaged in a conversation with a bodyguard who is just outside of Alexa's bedroom, and we're going to use one of our coins and we're going to throw it at the newspaper basket there and make our way back into the changing room. And when the guard comes in to investigate, we can crouch down, sneak up behind him, render him unconscious. We're going to collect up our coin and his gun. There we go. And we're going to hide him with the maid in the changing room. And then we're going to take his outfit. So that's 2 of the 6 people we need out of our way. We're going to take his outfit while we're here. There we go. Lovely, lovely. So the next two people we need to remove will be the two staff members in Alexa's bedroom. Alexa has just left the area, so we have the perfect opportunity now to get rid of them both. So we're going to make our way into the room, and we want the maid you can see in the distance to be over by the corner of the room on the left hand side of the mirror, and the male waiting staff to be at the chaise lounge. So both are moving into position now, so we can quickly get behind each of them and render them both unconscious. Be aware of where Alexa and her bodyguard are at all times. So once we have both of these two unconscious, we can hide them both in the closet provided here as quickly as we can. We do need to do this relatively quickly because Alexa could at any moment break her routine and head back up this way. She doesn't always, but occasionally she does. And in that case we will have to hide rather quickly. So that's 4 of the 6 people in our way now removed, and we can now make our way across the corridor into Alexa's office or study, and in here we will acquire ourselves a letter opener. Now this isn't strictly necessary as our target is carrying a knife, but I'd rather have the letter opener in my possession just in case. So the next 2 people we need to remove are the 2 guards in this room. The first one is easy enough, but as you can see on instinct, Alexa is returning to the area, so we do have another rather lengthy wait for her to go through her routine. She's going to make her way into the study, make a phone call, go into her private red-lined room, have a little cry, and then she will leave. And at this point we can then exit the secret room, which is where we've been hiding, and as Alexa leaves, one of the bodyguards, the one nearest to the door, will make his way over in this direction, and when he does we can open the door to the secret rooms, throw a coin against the wall. That will get his attention, and when he comes to investigate we can then render him unconscious from around the corner. So here he comes now. There we go, that's 1 down, 1 more to go. So we're going to hide his body in the crate in the secret room. Remember, all bodies must be hidden, which does complicate things somewhat. But once we've got our friend here safely tucked up for the night, we can then return to the red-lined room. We want to make sure that we pick up his gun. We don't want to leave anything lying around that will spook Alexa in any way and break her routine. And from here we now have our third and probably most significant wait. So just on the landing here is the picture we require, that lady there with the fabulous hair. And what we're going to be waiting for now is the arrival of our target. Now we're going to wait up here because it is, for me at least, a 15-minute real-time wait for our target to arrive, and Alexa will go through her routine a number of times first. But eventually our target does arrive, and he is disguised as a waiter, although you can spot him very easily as he's wearing glasses, and he's gonna pretend to be a waiter and housekeeping staff, and he's going to be cleaning the room. And the clue that gives away who he is that when he moves over to dust the table, he will spot the painting and say, "Ah, there you are."
Oh, there you are.
So once we have confirmation that that is our target, he will now leave. He doesn't actually make a move for the painting because Alexa is still around. If we took out Alexa, he would go directly for the painting. But because Alexa is still alive and ticking, he will not go for it, and his routine will bring him basically all around on this level of the building, pretending to clean, And all we've got to do is follow him to this location here, render him unconscious. If you didn't collect the letter opener, there is the hobby knife that he drops. And we are now going to drag his body into the changing room here. I actually go a little too far and I drag him all the way into the bathroom, thinking briefly that there is a second closet in the bedroom and changing room area, which there is not, and at that point I've just realized this. So we're going to hide him just by the mirror here, and we're going to wait for Alexa to once again arrive, go through her routine. There she is now, and when she leaves to head downstairs once again, or more specifically when she leaves the study, we will make our way in there and remove the final guard. So once she leaves the study, she makes her way into the bedroom, followed by her personal enforcer bodyguard. We are going to take the gun we've collected from one of the guards earlier on, and we are going to place it on the floor just behind the enforcer guard in the study area. So anywhere around here will do, but not by the open window to our left, as there is a guard outside patrolling. And once we're a safe distance away, we're just going to select a coin, throw it on the floor by the gun, and exit the room. And that will deal with our final obstacle. So the guard will turn around looking for the sound of the noise. He will spot the gun and he will move to take it away. And he will be gone for some time. So all we've got to do is collect up our friend here, and we're just going to wait in the changing rooms for him, Alexa, and Alexa's bodyguard all to leave.
That's Cody Haynes taken care of. If you want to find the painting, this is the time. Then find an exit. I'll transfer the money to your account.
And while we're waiting for them to leave, we can take the opportunity to break our target's neck. And we're now going to drag him into the study. Now there is a crate under the stairs, but as I mentioned, there are bodyguards outside and they could potentially spot you. So we are going to drag him up the stairs to the top floor of the study and into the crate up there. And on our way back down, we will stop off and collect our painting. Very lovely picture there. That will look great above my mantelpiece.
Head for an exit.
So all that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape, and the easiest way to avoid enforcers on our way down will be to retrace our steps back down and around the outside of the building. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Back down to the first floor ledge, scooting past all of the windows and around to the far corner here and the final drain pipe, and back down to the ground floor and back across the grounds and into the moors and across the stream and out to our awaiting motorcycle. So that is level 1 of the escalation style Elusive Target Arcade taken care of. So we will just get confirmation of the Silent Assassin rating before we move on to level 2. And there we go. So as you can see, 31 minutes, but that time is a little bit misleading as I did stop and pause to eat my dinner. So moving on to level 2, and that is set in Berlin, and we cannot shoot anyone, we cannot or should not eliminate our target's guide, and once again all bodies must be hidden. So to take care of Terence, we will be starting undercover in the projection bar, and the only item we actually require to bring with us will be some eggmatic poison, which we will carry with us. There is some available on the map, but we have decided to bring some with us. So right from the start and off the bat, we need to get out of the club and up to the juice bar, which is top side. So we're gonna run all the way out. There's only one enforcer and we've already passed them, and they were stood directly to our left. So straight up the stairs, all the way up to the ground floor, and we're gonna follow the red marked path and then off to our left, out into the chill out area, and just behind the chill out area we will find the juice bar. So just around here, there's so many people. Get out of the way, we're working here. So we're going to make our way around to the left hand side of the juice bar. There is our target right over in the far corner. You can barely see him, but he's wearing a high vis jacket. So here we have the delivery boy, and we are going to need him out of our way. So we're going to quickly get behind him, render him unconscious, and we're going to hide his body in the crate that is just over by the toilets. Now we want to give this area a nice wide berth so that no one can see us. I always aim to break the bottle on the floor whilst doing that. That way no one will see you dragging the body. We're also going to collect up his key for our escape exit, and then we're going to climb up the red shipping container, run along the top and down the other side and into the rear of the juice bar area. And once in here we are going to relieve the server of his duties and take over. So once we're in position we can now poison our glass of juice, and all that's left for us to do now is await the arrival of our target Terrence. Now he was just sitting over to our left in the corner of the area, but he has now vacated, and if you look closely you can just see him on the right of the screen leaving the area. There he goes. So we're going to wait for him to go through his routine and return to this area, and he will approach the juice bar. He will stop briefly before he gets any closer, so we're unable to serve him just yet, but when he starts moving again he will then get the prompt to be served to, and we can then offer him our rather spicy juice, something like this. So there we go. So Terrence will now step up and drink the poison drink, just like we did in the regular elusive target, although last time we poisoned him lethally. This time we're just going to make him feel rather queasy. He is now going to make his way to the toilets, or the portaloos, or porta cabins, whatever you wish to call them. And we are going to meet him there by going the back way round. You can go the front way if you wish, but it does take a bit longer. So eventually Terrence will make his way around to this area.
That is Terrence Chesterfield. How does it feel to meet a man with a higher body count than your own?
So just be aware of the guide who is following Terrence around, as she will stand with her back to us, so just wait for her to be in position before we pounce on Terrence, render him unconscious, and then we're going to drag him over to where we knocked out the delivery boy before snapping his neck.
Eliminated. The fund is transferring payment as we speak. Now let's hope the fire exits are up to code 47.
And once Terrence has been eliminated, we can hide his body in the closet or crate or dumpster provided, and we're going to make our way to the delivery bike, which is just by the biker's entrance. And as you can see, there is a camera, so we're just going to wait for that camera to pan away from us before we approach the scooter and exit Berlin. So there we go. Confirmation, silent assassin rating, and considerably shorter than the last level. So let's move on to level 3, and this one is set in Dubai, and we cannot be seen by any cameras. As usual, we have to hide all the bodies, and once again, no weapons allowed, which is fortuitous as we will be getting frisked. So the only thing again we need for this challenge will be our coins. The only starting place we can start from is the atrium lobby. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to get frisked. Come here, give us a big hug.
Nothing to worry about. It's simple protocol, sir.
Yeah, protocol, yeah. Well, you believe whatever you want to believe. I know you just like touching me. Right, so once we are through the frisk, we are going to make our way up the stairs and directly past our target, who is there in the pink trousers. And we are going to approach the bar in front of us and collect up all of the coins here. And at this point, I need to make very, very clear that I did not come up with this route or method. I had to once again rely on my inspiration for making YouTube videos, Mr. Freeze 2244, as everything I tried ended in failure. So we're going to make our way back round to the atrium stairs, past the atrium stairs, and up the vine just by the wall here, which brings us up towards the security office. And we're going to make our way around into this little changing room area. And as you can see, there are 3 guards. 2 are static, 1 moves about. And it's the moving about guard we're waiting for. And once he gets over to this area where he is now, we're going to throw a coin on the floor in the corner, and we're going to collect up that coin as well because we are short of money. And eventually one of the 2 guards, the static guard, will come in to investigate, and we're going to waste absolutely no time at all in render him unconscious and get him into the closet provided before his colleague starts his way back in his routine back to the balcony. We're also going to collect up his gun because we're going to need that. We're going to make our way into the security room, out through the other side, and take out the surveillance system. That will just help us because there are a number of cameras up in the area we wish to be in. So taking out the cameras will be a very good idea. So once up through the security room, we're going to make our way up above the art exposition, and we're going to collect the crowbar from the crate there, up onto the penthouse level floor, and we're going to scoot up behind the patrolling guard here as long as he's over at this end of the corridor. We're going to knock him out with our crowbar as quickly as we can, collect his gun, grab his body and his outfit, and we're going to drag his body into the toilets provided right here. And then from here we are going to make our way to the small security office, which is just up ahead of us. There's that door with the window in it. In here there are 2 guards, one is asleep and one is not. So we're going to put him to sleep. There we go. We're going to hide his body in the crate provided, and we're going to collect up everything that he dropped as well. We don't want to leave anything lying around, as our target is somewhat skittish, and if she gets spooked, she will run away. So once we have all of that dealt with, we're going to make our way into the maintenance room where we will find a maintenance worker. And once again we are going to render him unconscious and hide his body in the closet provided. So now we have a clear path and plenty of space to hide our target and her companion. We're now going to select our coins, exit the maintenance room, and we're going to leave a trail of coins, as many as you wish. I used about 4 or 5, leading down the corridor here. And then we're going to wait right here just behind this wall, because our target is a super enforcer. She will see through just about any disguise, including our suit.
That is Alison Moretta. Be careful. She has an eye for faces.
So our target will come along and spot some of the coins, although I did leave rather a large gap between a few of them, so her guide here has also collected up one. But we are going to get behind them both very, very quickly and render them both unconscious with our crowbar. And we're going to drag our target into the maintenance room and leave her there for the moment before we return to the corridor, collect up her guide, and we are going to drag him down to the toilets where we hid our outfit's owner. And we're going to hide his body in this closet right here. Now you can, if you so wish, collect up the coins, but I'm feeling rather flush today, so we'll leave them there, return to our target in the maintenance room, and snap her neck.
Target eliminated. I hope now our late client can rest in peace.
So, with our target safely tucked up in the closet, we can now make good our escape, and the nearest safest exit is the elevator at the far end of the corridor. So there we go, one more Elusive Target Arcade taken care of the 3 available. We have 1 left. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.